Hello and welcome back to another video, and today we have my balanced predictions for the next format. So basically, a ban list is what dictates what is allowed to be used, as it bans cards, which means that you can't use them, and it has a limited section, which means that you can only use one of the cards that's in the limited section, semi-limited section, which means that you can only use two of the cards that is in that section, and the unlimited section for cards that are coming off the list. Basically, the ban list comes out about every 3 months or so, and everybody awaits it, and it's a very scary and exciting time. And these are my predictions for the ban list that is coming out in June. Supposedly, I think it's going to be in July, but June is what it says on the website. So let's get right into the video. But before we do, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Join my Discord server. The link is in the description. And let's get right into the video. So my first pick is Block Dragon. So Block Dragon is an insane card that not only gives you a summon by itself by banishing 3 earth monsters from your hand or graveyard, but when it's sent from the field to graveyard, you can add rock monsters up to 3 from your deck whose total levels equals 8. So this card is used in Go Adamantipator's and Adamantipator builds in general. This card's an absolutely insane card because it searches all of your Adamantipator and therefore fixes the consistency problem. And also, it's an insane card because it allows recursion and searching, and I think it's an amazing card that definitely should get banned on the list. Okay, so the next card I think that should get banned is Shaddoll Winda. So Shaddoll Winda is a card that prevents your opponent from special summoning while it's on the field, or both of you from special summoning while it's on the field. So basically, while it's on the field, each player can only special summon one time. So this card's insane because it stops so many powerful decks in the metagame and not letting them play. This is a sole and only reason why I think that Invoke Shaddolls and Shaddoll is actually good. Without this card, I think it's about as good as, I don't even know, just any like tier 2, tier 3 deck, and even at most like Rogue. But I definitely think that Shaddoll Winda should get banned in this ban list. Next up, we have both Mecha Phantom Beast O-Line and Jet Synchron. I want to ban both of these cards because they're insane needle fiber targets, and on top of that, they enable so many combos once they're on the field. O-Line gives you access to Metal Marcher, which is an insane card, and Jet Synchron gives you such good spamming on the board, and it's even Jet Synchron is even good without needle fiber, which is insane. And I think that these cards should be banned 100%, just like they banned Destrudo, Glua Bulb, and yeah. So definitely, I think that they should get rid of Mecha Phantom Beast and Jet Synchron for the next ban list. Okay, so for the next card, I think that Soul Eating Oviraptor should get banned because this card even got better with the new Jewel Beast card. And on top of that, it's just such a good card that enables so many dinosaur combos. And it searches and it sends to grave. And it's an amazing, amazing card. And I definitely think this type of card should not be in the game. Therefore, that is why I definitely think that they should be banning Soul Eating Oviraptor. Okay, so for my next card, I have Dragon Buster Destruction Sword. So basically, this card is what people use for the extra deck lock with Union Carrier, and it's an absolutely unfair card that I think that people should not be allowed to use because it locks your opponent off the extra deck, and for so many decks, that's just a game over. They can't break through that unless they're maining like Spawn Trap removal to pop it. And it's an absolutely insane card that should not be allowed. This card should definitely get rid of it, especially with like Orcus using it now in all of those insanely powerful decks. It just should not be allowed in the game. And I definitely think that this is an amazing, amazing hit. 1,000,000,000,000%. Okay, so next up I have Mind Control to get banned. So Mind Control recently went to 1 on the last ban list, and I think that they should be getting rid of it this one because it's still an amazingly powerful card. Even at 1, it's such a good card because it just steals your opponent's monster. And I think that's absolutely insane and should not be allowed. So definitely Mind Control getting banned is a good choice. Okay, so for the last ban card, we have Mystic Mind. So everybody hates this card. I hate this card. I'm sure you hate this card. I'm sure your mom hates this card. This card is just so evil, and it definitely should not be allowed. I hate it so much. And literally, if you ask anybody, they will agree. This card is just not not good. It's just not good for the game. It doesn't matter how many people are playing. If like one person out of every like a million people played it, it should still get banned. This card, you should not be allowed or even able to put your opponent through such misery while playing this card. This card is just absolutely evil, and it should never see the light of day. It should get stuck and sealed in the cave that the artwork is, because definitely this is not a good card. Definitely rip up your copies, get rid of it. An evil, evil card. Definitely ban worthy. Okay, we have Selene, Queen of the Master Magicians next. So this card just came out of Dual Overlord. It's an absolutely insane card, but people are looping this card, and I think that this card should be at 1. It's very self-explanatory. And yeah, this is the first card for the limited list, by the way. And Selene at 1 is definitely much better than it being at 3, with people like Triff who are able to loop it on, and I definitely don't think it should be allowed like that. It's a very powerful card, and therefore should only be at 1, nothing more, nothing less. Okay, so next up I have a bit of an interesting hit. So I'm going to be hitting Magical Meltdown down to 1 because there are so many invoked engines now, and this card is just so good. And I just think that people shouldn't have access to Asters so easily. So definitely running 4 Asters instead of 6. I mean, I guess it's terraforming. Still 5 is still a lot, but it's definitely a good hit to hit Magical Meltdown to 1. I definitely think that this card is a very, very, very good hit that Konami should try out, because Aster at 6 basically is just too powerful, and nobody can disagree with that 100%. Definitely put this card at 1, even put Aster at 1, literally put Invocation at 1, any of that stuff. Just hit that engine, because there are so many decks using it right now, and it just should not be allowed. This is also an indirect hit to Eldlik and a lot of other decks, but Eldlik also, and Invoke Shaddoll, so I definitely think that that's also a good side effect. But this is definitely, in general, just a good hit for any format, and I think that this is an amazing hit to be doing Magical Meltdown to 1. Okay, so next up we have Salamangreat Balinx as my next hit. So Salamangreat Balinx to 1 would be a really good hit because it can kill so many like really, really good hands, and or not really, really good hands, but clunky hands, and all of those. Like Salamangreat Balinx to 1 will definitely hurt the deck a lot, and I think that this would be an amazing hit to do. Not Sunlight to 1, nothing like that. Just hit Balinx to 1, and the deck will definitely be like tier 2, tier 3, or rogue at best for the next little while, unless somebody like finds another way to break it or something. Because this is actually the first format where I think it's like a tier 2 instead of tier 1 deck. But definitely, Balinx to 1 is an amazing hit. It's such a big deal anymore. I think that definitely it's a Raigeki, and Raigeki's at 1, so why can't Harpy's Feather Duster be at 1 too? Definitely a fun thing to take off the ban list and experiment with a bit. If it gets too crazy, they can ban it once again, but I don't think that will be the case. I definitely think that this card can go to 1, just as Raigeki's, because it's the same card just for spawn traps. Okay, so next up we do have Vision Hero Ferris. So Ferris is an insane card that enables so many hero combos. If this card went to 1, hero would not be as powerful, which I think is very good. Definitely though, Mali should stay at 2, but at the same time, I don't think that Ferris should be allowed at 3 with Stratos at 3. You're still running 4 Ferris if you think about it, because Stratos is at 3, so it's still a very powerful card. I just don't think it should be as powerful as it is this moment. Okay, next up we have Blaster Dragon Ruler of Infernos 2-1. So I think that this card, they put Tempest to 1. I think it's about time to take another one off, and Blaster is a perfect choice. Honestly, in my opinion, if all 4 of them were at 3, I don't think it would change anything. But right now we're taking it slow, and we're going to put Blaster, the next worst one, at 1. So Blaster is an amazing card, as you all know. It's a Dragon Ruler, and that's automatically awesome. And I definitely think that this card should go to 1. Okay, next up, I also have Double Iris at 1. So Double Iris was an amazing card back then, but since I'm taking Selene to 1, I think that Double Iris is an amazing present to all Pendulum players out there. And it's an amazing, amazing card where it has the Pendulum effect where you can once per turn target one Dark Spellcaster type monster you control, and then apply the effect of destroying that card. And once per turn, double any battle damage it inflicts your opponent if it battles. And then there is the monster effect where if it's destroyed by battle or card effect, you can add one Pendulum Graph card from your deck to your hand. So this card's very, very good. And I think it's about time it goes to 1. Astrograph is still banned and all that, so I think Double RS at 1 is okay. So I'm sorry to all the Pendulum players, but just when you thought that you have a nice time with Iris coming back to 1, yeah, we're putting Endymion to 1 too. People can put up to 2 or even 3 on the board, and I think that Endymion at 1 is amazing because you can still have 1 on the board, which isn't that big of a deal. But then when it goes to 2s and 3 copies of this card, it starts to become unfair for the opponent because this is an amazing card, and I think it would be an amazing, amazing hit to go to 1. And I think that even all the Pendulum players can agree with me, no matter how much they do not want to. But remember that you guys are getting Double Iris Magician, so do not hate me. But at the same time, Endymion to 1 is definitely a very, very good hit. Okay, so next up, for the first card in the semi-limited list, we have Dino Wrestler Pinkachops. So I'm putting Pinkachops to 2 because this card's really nice for the side deck and stuff. And with Mind Control going to 1, and I'm putting all these cards back, I think that Pinkachops to 2 is definitely okay to have. It's definitely a very fun card, and we'll see a lot of play. But I don't think it's like worthy of being at 1. I think it's an amazing card, and you should play it. But I don't think that you should play it at 1. Definitely, it's a much better card at 2, and I think Konami overdid it with this card, and definitely it should go to 2. Okay, so for the first trap card on this list, we have Red Reboot 2-2. So basically, I'm putting Red Reboot 2-2 for the same reason as Pinkertops. They put it abruptly at 1 with him for absolutely no good reason, along with Mind Control, but Mind Control is a separate story. I think Red Reboot can go to 2. Definitely a powerful card, but with like decks like Eldlick, I don't think it's as good anymore because Eldlick gets a free trap, and with Eldlick, that is scary, and you do not want that to happen. So I don't think this will see too much play, but I definitely think it should be going at least 2-2. Okay, and for the unlimited section, for the very first card, we have, yes, Gold Sarcophagus. So I think that with Thunder Dragons being absolutely terrible, that Gold Sarcophagus is a really good card to put at 3. And I think that Gold Sarc at 3 is definitely not scary and a very, very fun tech to be running, and I think that this card's absolutely amazing. Even like in Grand Module, you can run it with the 3 Necroface that you now have, and I think that this card can go to 3, and it's definitely a fun card to have regardless. So definitely Gold Sector 3 is a very, very good hit. Okay, so this has been slowly happening, and Tour Guide has recently gone from 1 to 2, and I think that it will go to 3 on this upcoming list. Tour Guide is an amazing card, and nobody can deny that, but at the end of the day, Tour Guide can come back. Like, it's not doing anything, and it's not gonna do anything. BA can have a bit more fun, and I really think that this card can go to 3, especially with, like, Block Dragon being banned. Like, Block Dragon BA, that's not happening anymore. And then Tour Guide, it's such a fun card, and such a good card, and it enables so many combos, and I think that the world will definitely have a very big pleasure playing with Tour Guide at 3. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it for my ban list. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Join my Discord server. The link is in the description. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.